What's up, y'all? It's Mike from Fantasy Genius. I'm here with the Week 10 recap. We've never done this before, so if this fails, probably never do it again. So not to beg for likes and comments and whatnot, but please. Anyway, if you're unfamiliar, Fantasy Genius is our website that syncs your league's data and gives you a whole suite of reporting tools, and everything is pay what you want on the website. So here, this is just a demo league, and you can see kind of like advanced stats that you get for your league. And we also do a weekly report that comes out for your league every week, and I write it. It's not generated by AI. It's a human writing it. Hopefully it's funny. But yeah, just been a lot of fun for my league mates and thousands of other people. So anyway, let's jump into the Week 10 recap. We post all of these on our Substack. I'll drop the link in the description below. But usually we just highlight a couple of like stupid things around the NFL. My favorite thing from this week is Jerry Jones absolutely losing his mind when a reporter asked him if he considered putting curtains up in the stadium, so that CD could see the ball. He said, "Let's tear the damn stadium down and build another one. Are you kidding me?" Just absurd. I probably won't spend too much time on this stuff. Texans offensive lineman tried to steal the ball from CJ Stroud. That was fun. Okay, so into the data nerd stuff. We put together these Sankeys pretty much every week and post them on Reddit, and we'll be posting them on Substack as well. So since we have so many leagues and teams synced on our platform, we're able to see data that you ordinarily wouldn't be able to see on your platform, if that's ESPN or Sleeper or whatever. So we looked at all of the teams that had these players. About 1,900 people had the stack, and 99% of them won, which is no real surprise, but it's just like, damn, think about if you're one of the 21. Just completely brutal. The other interesting thing here is that Jamar Chase had a 91% win percentage, which may not sound surprising given he had like 50 points. But we've almost never seen that happen in our data. The next closest person was also Jamar Chase in week 5. And the only other person to crack 80% was Alvin Kamara in week 2. So, I mean, not breaking any news here, but the Jamar Chase performance was unreal. This is a new chart we put together, which is the start percentage on our platform versus the number of points the player scored in a given week. And I just like looking at this because you can see people react almost like in real time. So let's look at Kyler Murray. You can see in week 8, he's kind of like generally like has pretty high start percentages, and then you see in week 9 he laid this egg against, I think it was the Bears, 4 points, and you can see his percentage dip down to its lowest point of the entire year. And then of course he has the biggest game of 2024. I just always find stuff like that funny. Taysom Hill is notorious for like being a wildly inconsistent fantasy player. And it's really funny to look at kind of like his percentages of starts creep up. So it's like, pretty bad start percentages here, and then he has a good game in week 9, and then you see the start percentage go up to 64%, and I nearly guarantee you in week 11 we're going to see it come down. And actually the best example we have of this is Xavier Worthy. Now look at this. So at first glance, it kind of just seems like a lot of up and downs here, but there's a really clear pattern that emerges here. So in week 1, people didn't really know what he was going to do. 60% start percentage, had an unbelievable week. You see the start percentage peak up, and that trend continues like every single week. You'll see it reflected in the next week's start percentage, which is sort of obvious, but it's also really funny to see play out here. So it's like, start percentage kind of dips down. After he has 2 bad weeks, it dips down to 50%. When he has a good week, oh my gosh, up to 80%. And then, same thing here. And he actually goes negative at one point. So I love looking at these charts. It just kind of gives you a sense of like what the fantasy community is thinking of. We also saw the best team. So every week we'll pull in like the best week we can find, which is like harder than it sounds, because a lot of you weirdos have like some crazy scoring settings and like head coaches and punters. Like, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. But week 10, I mean, just ridiculous performance. Kind of surprised Joe Burrow isn't on here. But and then if you want to feel better about yourself, we also pull in like some of the worst that we see. And this is horrific. His team kind of looks bad in general, but yeah, terrible. The last thing that we do, or we will be doing in our recaps, is highlighting the expert leaderboard that we created. So this is a new tool, and it's based off this player ranker thing, and it may make me log in here. Shoot. Let's just take a look at the expert leaderboard. So the way that this works is that every week I pick a pool of 10 players in quarterback, running back, and receiver, and just ask you to rank them, how you think they'll finish in PPR. What's cool is that we pull in a lot of industry experts in here. So I'm looking at Eric Moody from ESPN, and he absolutely nailed it in week 10. Like, you can see his picks, and then, compared to how they actually finished. And you can go in, and it's like a public ledger of everybody's picks. So this is pretty cool. But what this is going to allow us to do is really get a sense of like who knows their stuff in fantasy football. So pretty excited about that. And yeah, that's it. So we'll see if we continue doing these videos, if people like them. Let me know, like, comment, subscribe, whatever. Still new to YouTube, so happy to hear any feedback. Or anything else. If you have questions about the site or whatever, we're here to help. All right, thanks.